What's up, y'all? It's SNC here, and the draft is over. Free agency is going to start later today. So I got the post-draft and pre-free agency roster update. Just like every year, I've edited the intangibles ratings to make the overalls more accurate to how the players are playing. Um, I didn't actually touch any of the attributes though, so even if the overalls appear different, the players are still just as good as they were previously. The overalls being different just makes contracts more realistic, and it also makes trade negotiations it makes them more realistic because people actually have a better idea of exactly how good the players are playing if the overalls are closer to their abilities. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started with Philly. Pete Maravich is a 90 now. And yeah, once he's still as just as good as he was last year, but his overall his intangibles rating, which doesn't affect gameplay or simulation, uh, I turned that up so because he was playing like a 90, so he's a 90 now. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions about that, DM me or ping me. But yeah, so Maravich up to a 90. He was great in the playoffs. Haywood, 88, also was really good in the playoffs. Same with Williamson. Their entire big three, like their regular season stats alone don't tell the full story. Their entire big three was amazing in the playoffs. So they're all up a bit. Brad Davis, 83. Fred Brown, 80. Ernie Grunfield was a really good young piece, uh, that went under the radar a bit. Uh, yeah, like if you look at his per 36, 17, 5, and 4, over 60% true shooting. He was great. Uh, Yeah, he's a really nice wing for them going forward. Robish, he's their starting center, 78. Lagarde up to a 77. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Philly. Bucks, Keenan up to a 93. He led them to the conference finals. Bridgman really came out as a co-star this year, 88 for him. Taylor, 82. Chenier, 81. Kosic, 81. Belov, 81. Yeah. Uh, for the Bulls, Dantley, 92. Randy Smith, 88. Ray Williams, Drollinger, Knight, Mitchell, Kakanovich. Yeah, this squad is really solid as well. And the Cavs, the reigning three-time champions. Uh, Dr. J is still a 99, obviously. Gus Williams, the first time they've had another 90 so far, especially in the playoffs. He clearly cemented himself as the best point guard in the league. 93 for him. Dan Roundfield, 88. Dennis Johnson, 87. Paul's Gross. Boone. Cleveland is still a very good team. Boston, Sigma, 88. Bird, I didn't touch his overall. As a rookie, he's coming out as an 86. The highest rated rookie so far. The second highest rated rookie so far is also in this draft, and we'll get to him later. Cooper, Reed. That's pretty much it for the Celtics. Braves, Alvin Adams, Maxwell, Gerard Cheeks, Lambeer, who's their rookie. This squad should be pretty good this year. Um, Clippers, Gilmore 96, Hollins is the second best point guard at 91, Lucas 88, Tomjanovich, Unseld, Holland. Still a very good squad, back-to-back 67 win seasons. And here's the second highest rated rookie so far through all three seasons. Magic Johnson, 85 overall rookie. He's clearly their best player already. Yeah, they don't really have anyone else. Miami, Michael Ray Richardson was really good, actually. Was super efficient. Was a great playmaker, got a ton of steals. Yeah, he was a really good player. And the Earl Monroe trade, I forgot about it and I didn't put it in, so he's still on the Heat, unfortunately. That's my bad, but yeah, it's too late now to go and fix it unless they make that same trade again. Palabinkus, Clement Johnson, who was one of the rookies the Hawks didn't sign last year. He signed with Miami and had a great year. That's pretty much it for the Heat. Uh, Charlotte, Bob McAdoo becomes the first player besides Thompson or Dr. J, Walton, and Kareem to be a 97 or higher. And yeah, well deserved. The MVP, English 90, Schmidt 82. He wasn't like a standout star as a rookie, but he still was really good. So he definitely deserves that. Porter, Dabney, Joe Bryant, Calvin, Dorsey. This team was really deep. Of course, they had all the shooting, but they also just had a ton of really good players. And James Edwards for the Jazz is their top player. And yeah, after the All-Star break, 23, 10, and 4 blocks. He was just great, and they made the playoffs. Scott May also did really well after the All-Star break, 16, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And he actually shot it pretty efficiently after the All-Star break. 50% from the field, 37 from 3, and over 90 from the line. And those are two really solid building blocks for the Jazz, and they also picked up Johnny Moore in the draft. So the Jazz have some pieces going forward. The Kings, Walton, still at a 98, like he's been for the entirety uh, of the sim so far. Wilkes, 88, Johnny Davis, 85. Just the rest of the team. Knicks, Gervin, 94, Tiny, 89, Ray Perry Scott. Gervin's also been around 94 for pretty much the entire time. DT once again, 97. Marquez Johnson, 90. Hayes, 87. Nader, 82. Watts, Petrie, and then their rookie Cliff Robinson. The Magic, Bubbles Hawkins, 89, the second highest shooting guard in the league. Logan had a huge bounce back year, 85 for him. Dalpagic, Toe was also really good. Um, the Magic are an interesting team for sure. The Mavericks, Nick Gallis was one of the best rookies, 22 and 7. Was pretty efficient too. Kim Hughes, Sidney Moncrief, who they just picked third overall. Uh, and then they also drafted Tico Brown and I believe Greg Kelser. Yeah, Greg Kelser. The Nets slash Wizards, Doug Collins and Phil Smith are tied for the top player at 85. Shelton, 84. Corazine, who was their rookie this past year, was actually really, really good. Per 36, over 20 a game. So he got a 79. JoJo White, and of course their first round pick in the draft that just happened, James Donaldson. Denver, Lucas stays at a 94. Parrish up to a 92. He's one of the best bigs in the league. World Be Free, 90. And there's the supporting cast. Moses, 92. Birdsong, 87. Billy Knight, 86. Uh, Barry, 84. Maserati, Gale. Hopefully the Pacers can make a play in this year. Grizzlies, Walter Davis, 87, Daryl Dawkins, 83, Pat Cummings, uh, who coming off his rookie year, 82. Pistons, Lanier, 93, Bantam, 84, Freeman Williams, 83, Truck, Jones, there's Moskoff, Wilson Washington, Furlow, Pistons, Freeman Williams, uh, as I showed in the stream, was really good once he got to Detroit. Huskies, King staying at a 95, Winters 88, Merriweather, Campy, Sobers. Roberto Herrero Tabio shot amazingly this year, so he's up to an 81. Hanson, yeah, there's the Huskies. Rockets, Westfall 84. A lot of their rookies played great. Long, Phil Ford, were really good. Roby, I think, was also a rookie. Yeah, he was really good. Yeah. Um, Rockets have some interesting pieces. They just need like that franchise guy. And the Spurs, Kareem 98, Bobby Jones 95. I think that's the best duo so far. Or at least it's probably better than Cowens and DT. And then they have a great supporting cast, so probably my title favorite if they can keep Kareem. Dandridge back up to an 87, Nixon, Flynn, Fly Williams, and they have some depth too. Really good team. Suns, Cowens 94, Lacey, Green, another really good squad. Sonics, Drew 90, McGinnis 88, Mickey Johnson 84, Laskowski up to an 83, DiGregorio, Rollins, Borwinkle. Walt Frazier did drop a bit though. He wasn't that good offensively at all. Stano Kropelak still an 88. Leon Douglas up to an 84. Since the All-Star break, he was averaging 20 points, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks in only, I think, 28 minutes a game. Uh, Super underrated player, and if he trades Stano, like he already has a successor on the team. Ballard also had a pretty good year. Henry Dickerson, since the All-Star break, as a starter, was pretty good. There's the Wolves. Portland, yeah, a lot of the players did drop a bit. Issel, 88. But the thing about Portland is, even though a lot of their players did have down years, um, they were they weren't getting as many shots as they would usually. So this next year, they could definitely get their overalls back up by playing great. Like ML Carr, uh, that seems like a definite outlier year. I think he's a much better shooter than that. Yeah. So a lot of their players did drop, but they are still really good players, and I would not be surprised if a lot, if not maybe even all of them, bounce back up. For the Warriors, they had two really good rookies, Reggie Theus and Purvis Short. Bill Cartwright, uh, who they just drafted, is there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Golden State. And finally, the Bullets. They just drafted Jim Paxson, Kyle Macy, and Alvin Scott, and Michael Cooper was amazing as a rookie. Per 36, 27, 7, and 3 for the whole season. Pretty good efficiency. But since the All-Star break, he was averaging 24, 6, and 2, and I believe only like was around like 29 minutes a game, maybe. Per 36, he was averaging like 30 points, 8 assists, 3 steals, and the shooting splits were great. 52% from the field, 39% from 3 on 7 attempts a night. Yeah, so even though the team was terrible and he was getting a lot of shots, he was so efficient. And especially since the All-Star break, he was so good that I think he it was fair to give him like a borderline All-Star rating. And if he comes back down to earth with more real players on his team, then his overall will drop back down. But at least as a rookie, he was really, really good. Yeah, that's the last team. So, also actually, I'll show team options, team and player options in this video. So, you guys can accept and decline the team options. Yeah, it would be much more convenient if I just show it in this video. So, for Philly, I assume they want all of these three guys back, some young guys. But Brad Davis, Ernie Grunfeld, and Tom Lagarde have team options. For the Bucks, Kazimir Kosic, Belov, and Eddie Johnson have team options. Okay, I assume they'd probably want those guys back, but you never know. Those are two pretty big contracts. For the Bulls, Dantley, Ray Williams, Toby Knight, Kent Benson, Quinn Buckner, and T.R. Dunn all have team options. For the Cavs, this is a pretty big one. I assume they'd want Roundfield back. It is a ton of money, but I assume they'd want him back. And Dennis Johnson also has a team option, which I think is pretty obvious. He's going to accept that one, but the Roundfield one's interesting. Boston, Sigma, obviously they'll accept. Robert Reed, I assume they'd accept that too. For the Braves, Maxwell and Tatum. For the Clippers, Lucas, that's a pretty obvious one. I think Eddie Jordan for Heat. Hornets, Matt Calvin and Mike Bratz. The Jazz, James Edwards, Scott May, Larry Wright. Other team options. Pavlo Gornev accepted his player option for $3 million. Johnny Davis declines his player option. Interesting. For the Lakers, Elvin Hayes has a team option. Marcus Johnson, who they'll obviously accept, but the Hayes one's interesting. And Dallas, Landsberger, Wilkins for the Nets slash Wizards. Parrish for Denver. That's a pretty obvious one, I think. Otis Birdsong and Barry is interesting. That's a pretty big contract for him. The Grizzlies, Walter Davis, Jeff Judkins, and Mike Glenn. For the Pistons, Wilson Washington, Terry Furlow. The Huskies, King. That's a pretty obvious one. For the Rockets, Richard Washington and Lawrence Boston. For the Spurs, Kareem. Uh, and Kareem declines his player option. Okay. So Kareem will be a free agent, and Norman Nixon has a team option, which is pretty obvious. The Suns, Ricky Green and Wally Walker. Tree Rollins for the Supersonics. Douglas, Ballard, Dickerson, Parker, Carr for the Timberwolves. That's five pretty good young players there. For Portland, Kupchak, Gon Gonrizik, Gonrizik for Portland, Westlake Hawks as well. Okay. The Warriors, Bill Willoughby and Alvin Scott for the Bullets. Okay, so those are all the team options. I'll probably set a deadline for them. I haven't decided yet, but yeah, so those are the rosters and the team options and player options. So yeah, ping me or DM me if you have any questions, and also ping me and DM me with your decisions on the